Hello, this is Cody Fulcher. I'm here to show you guys CellLocator.py, which is my final project for the fall 2013 section of the NYU Poly Digital Forensics class. What CellLocator does is it takes this database file that we're looking at right now called consolidated.db, which is available on all iOS devices, um, and it parses it to create a history of where the owner of that device has been. So consolidated.db has a bunch of tables in it over here. The only one we really care about is this one, cell location. And it's got a bunch of fields. MCC, which is the mobile country code, so that tells you what country the cell tower is in. Cell location, by the way, is a list of all the cell towers that the phone has seen. So this value is the country. This one is the network, so if it's like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, all that stuff. Local area code, local area code, which is like what grouping of towers it is, basically. CI, which is the cell tower ID, so that's which individual tower it is, and then timestamp, which is when it is, obviously. Now these other ones, latitude, longitude, horizontal, accuracy, altitude, all this stuff, I decided to ignore because how they go about calculating these values is obfuscated. So I figured doing it raw would be more, from like the raw data would be more useful in a forensics environment. So I can show you a little bit of the code here. It's basic Python. It calls in, it reads in the database, the correct parts of the consolidated.db, stores them in an array, and then makes a call to this right here, opens cell ID, which is a queryable, basically database of, send it to cell ID, all this information. This information is all optional, but it increases the accuracy, and it tells you where it is, and then we write all that to a CSV file. Now, to run it, you just do, I should mention that this is, the version that we're looking at right now is a little bit different than the actual one. I put this, the only difference is right here, this limit 10. All that will do is just give us only the first 10, because otherwise the next step I'm about to do would take about 30 minutes. So all we have to do is Python cell, make sure you're in the right directory, Python cell locator.py. Make sure you spell Python correctly. Also a good idea. And it's going to run. It's going to calculate for 10. And then, just so you know it worked, it's going to print them all out. And then you take that CSV file and you go to like our Google Fusion tables. You import it. You import it. I'm using a previous one though that has all of them, not the one that we just generated. You import it, separator, character, comma, click next, and now it's going to process it all. You tell it, okay, that's what I want. Table name, locations, that's fine. Allow export, you can leave that on or off, depending on whatever you want. All this stuff is pretty much all optional. Or you can set it however you like. Okay, now it's going to import it. And you can see it can already tell that it's geocoded data. Like it can tell from the way that we named it, just from what the data looks like with these points. So it already generated a map for us. So we can click over here on the map and it puts these little pins. This might not be that useful in a forensic setting because before iOS 4.3.3, this database, which the database that we're looking at, the information from right now is one of those databases, is all of the cell towers seen by that phone ever. And so what you can do is you can go back into the data and you can apply filters. So you can filter by date. So say we only want to see from, you have to know the data range of it, but it shows you right here where the data range goes from. So let's just say that we want to see, when did it say, 2011, 2010. So we'll do 2011. Go from February 8th, 2011 to find. And so now it's only going to make, it's only going to show that information. So add that. And now this is only the points for what we just looked at. So you can see the maps are different and compare them in this way. Now these maps also have some cool features where you can do, where you can look at heat maps for it. The heat maps, however, are only going to show you 1,000 data points. It's a limit in the table API, but that's still funny. And you can do that for this one as well. You can view a heat map, but I'm not going to click that right now because it takes a while to generate. This allows you to view patterns in the device owner's movement, find things that stand out more easily. And then through the searching, you can find where they were at more specific times. You can also sort by area, so you can see all the times that they were in an area, as long as you know the coordinates of it, the latitude and longitude of it, of that area. You can do like ranges in latitude and longitude as well. So you could go from like here to here, or like see, whenever they were in Missouri, you just get the like a square for the latitude and longitude of where you wanted it to go, and you can see it. So that is CellLocator. I hope it's useful to someone.